Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Siher Madebrechukwu Callistus. I am the founder of Global Eyes Modern Technologies. In this training, we are going to create an audience. Audience is just a way to group our users based on different conditions that they meet. For instance, in our example, we could have an audience for users who have signed up for our newsletter and audience of people who have not. Are they seeing a particular post? Are they coming in from a particular social media campaign? Is there an ad that they saw? What makes them sign up versus people who have not? Now, another thing we can do is we can advertise for the people who have not signed up yet. So we can spend our money on Google Ads to try to get those people to convert and sign up for our newsletter. Now, we can build audiences based on different conditions and we can mix and match as well, so that we can have people who have signed up to our newsletter and visited a particular page on our blog or purchased something on our website. And we can have different time limit for that too, so that people can go in and out of the audiences. So somebody who is in the audience today might decide not to be there tomorrow, depending on how we create the window on what keeps people in the audience. For instance, we might decide to have an audience of people who have visited a particular product page for the past 7 days, because we know that there is a 7 days window to get them convert and purchase a particular product. So we don't need to waste our dollars on us on people who have visited a particular page for, let's say, 30 days or 100 days ago. They have probably already fulfilled their need for whatever that product was serving for. All right, that is the basic introduction of an audience. Now, let us go in and actually create an audience in our Google Analytics account. Join me as we do that. All right, we are back on the home page of our Analytics account. And what we want to do is we want to create an audience of people who have signed up for the newsletter. So let's go ahead and do that. So right here at the bottom of the screen, we'll click on admin, which is the settings, and then it will take us to the main page of the admin. So we'll go ahead and click on data display, and then we'll scroll down and we'll see audiences. We'll click on audiences. Right here at the audience page, we can see that we already have 2 audiences created by default, all users and purchasers. So anybody who views a page or done any other action, they all belong to all users, right? And then purchasers are people who have sent a purchase event. We haven't done that, but this is already created for us, so that audiences get populated if we ever implement the purchase event. All right. So the next thing that we need to do is to create a new audience. We will do that by clicking on new audience. On our general tab here, we can see that we have recently active users, non-purchasers, purchasers, 7 days inactive users, and so on, as well as 7 days inactive non-purchasers, right? So also on the templates, we have demographic, technology, and acquisition. Then we have predictive. These are ones that are run through our machine learning model and ones that we have predicted that will do some actions, right? Scroll down here, you will see things like likely 7 days purchasers and non-purchasers, churning users, 7 days churning users, and not eligible, and other information as well. So people who are likely to make a purchase in the next 7 days, people who are likely to churn, and I'm sure that this will get populated with more audiences over time that we are trying to set up. But in this demo, we are going to actually create a custom audience. So we will click on create a custom audience at the top, right? Let's go ahead and do that. You'll see it creates a custom audience from scratch. We'll click on it. We want to include all users that have sent us the newsletter sign up event. So if we scroll down to the summary here, we will see that there is no one in the audience because we haven't provided a condition yet. And we can add inclusion condition or exclusion condition, include and exclude. So let's say I want to see all the people that have signed up for the newsletter. Okay, so what we need to do is I will add a new condition, and then I will search for, let's say, newsletter here. Now I will select newsletter, events, newsletter, sign up. So once that is selected, under here, right, we will now see the under summary that one user have actually signed up for our newsletter. Okay, total session 4 and included 1. We have 1 active user who have actually signed up for our newsletter. That is good news. Now we could also look at this in a different way. We could say, let's find people who have not signed up for our newsletter. To do that, we will now use the exclusion section by searching for newsletter. So I will select add group to exclude, then I will add conditions, then I will search for newsletter here. So I'll type newsletter and I will select newsletter, sign up. And once that is done, you can as well see that we have 1 active user, 1 user who have signed up and 1 user who have not signed up. Those information are now available on the summary. If we now go back and left it at users who have signed up, right? Let's go back and do that, and we will see something by deleting this, exclude this. Now we are now having only users who have signed up. You can see the audience the way it looks like, 1 user. Now let's look at one more thing. We have our membership duration. So this means that people that have signed up for our newsletter in the last 30 days, we really want to put everyone who has signed up. So in your own case, right, if you want to expand the duration, you can increase it by set to maximum limit, which is about 540 days, which is the maximum. And now we could have this audience and we will name it newsletter and save it. I will click on save. So once we click on save, we'll wait for it to get saved. Now our audience is created. Here you can see untitled audience. Just a sec, we can actually go back and give it a name by clicking on edit. So let's edit it and give it a name. So we can give it a name and then we'll click on save. So here you can see that the new audience is actually saved here. We can see it here. All right. But let's keep in mind that this audience is not populated for the next 24 to 48 hours. All right. That doesn't mean that you won't get anything in it once it's populated. It will pull in people who meet those conditions over the last 30 days or depending on the condition you set. So it will look back 30 days, find anyone who has fired that newsletter sign up event, and they will be added to the audience. But it does still take 24 to 48 hours for that to be populated. All right, then we can use that audience once it's populated to do filter on reports, add different dimensions. We can also export this audience to Google Ads and bid on it as well. So we could send that over to ads and create an ads campaign where we exclude these audiences. So we'll be targeting people who have not signed up for the newsletter and try to get them to sign up for the newsletter. Or we could target people who have signed up for the newsletter and say, hey, if they sign up for the newsletter, they are likely to purchase something. So maybe we'll try to market to them and make them to buy something now that they have signed up for the newsletter. A lot of options we can do here, which we are going to explore in future tutorials. But hopefully this gives you a really foundational understanding of what audiences are, how to create them, and then how to use them, which we will explore more in our future tutorial. All right. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe so that you'll be notified when next we release our training video or podcast. Thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you implementing audience in your future campaigns. See you in our next training video. Till then, bye for now.